Hi and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to take a look at the Commodore 64 Ultimate machine. I've been really looking forward to getting this. I've been waiting quite long to get it, so I'm glad it's finally arrived. So we're going to unbox it, take a look at what's inside and boot it up and see what it can do. So let's open it up and we'll see what we've got. There we are. Sad to see there's a bit of a tear in the box, but that was the box right enough. I'm not going to get too upset about it, just hope everything's okay inside it. I'm excited for this. This is probably the first Commodore brand new one I've unboxed since getting an Amiga, probably back in 1992, so it's been a long time. The box is really nice looking, colourful, bright. Shows the machine itself, and there we've got the 3 different editions we can buy of the machine as well. It's the Starlight edition I've went for myself. I wanted something different. I've already got a beige one here. That's an Ultimate. That was just a border I bought, and so I wanted something a bit different, so I decided to go for the Starlight edition. So very well packed. Little welcome message there. Really nice attention to detail actually. We've even got the Commodore logo on the wrapping, which is nice. Just having a quick look around the machine. So we'll see what else we've got. I'll put this aside just now and we'll see what else came in the box. We've got a user guide. Again, it's nice to see them include things like this. And this little box here, we've got some accessories inside. I have a Commodore branded HDMI cable. I have a little sticker pack here, which is nice. A cassette tape. Cassette tape that's got a USB bit onto it. Really nice touch, gimmicky but nice. And the power adapter. That's the way it's came, but maybe in a rush packing of things. All the different adapters for the different regions. The power adapter's clear as well, which is good. Matches the case of the computer. Again, Commodore branded. We'll just have a quick look at the ports that's on it. So on the side here we've got our 2 joystick ports, a multi-function switch, and the power adapter. On the rear we've got the cartridge slot, an RF, it says RF but it's actually an optical out on it. An analog video port, serial port, cassette adapter port, and more up to date stuff. We've got the HDMI, Ethernet and 2 USB ports on it. So it's very similar to the if not the same as the Ultimate board, although the Ultimate board doesn't appear to have the optical on it. But everything apart from that seems to be the same. And keyboard wise, just a little bit softer press, if that makes any sense, on the newer one compared to the older one. The old one's definitely got heavier keys on it. Not a bad thing, but just pointing out the difference of it. To be honest with you, I think the new one feels better. It just feels more modern. You can tell that's just an old keyboard now, but that does feel a bit more modern. So that's us taking a look at that, and we'll go on to have a look at the machine itself now. What we'll do now is plug it in, set it up, and see what it's like. I'll actually put that screen flat so we can see it in the camera as well. So let's fire this up. That's awesome, I like that. It really comes alive when you turn it on with the keyboard lighting up like that. Really nice. So on booting up, it's got the basic screen just as you would find in a normal machine. But yeah, I really like the colours of this, it's really nice. I think what we'll do is we'll plug the USB it came in with and take a wee look at that and see what's on it. So the little, where you'd usually find the power button, it's actually like a, what they're calling a multi-function switch. It doesn't actually turn it on and off. It turns it on but doesn't turn it off. But what it does when you press it is brings up this other menu here. Now this screen here is definitely a lot more polished than what it is on the other Ultimate board that I've got. There's a lot you'd be able to do with this machine. I'm not going to go into that in this video though. I'm just going to do a quick run over of it. And then I'll spend a bit of time with it and learn about it and come back with another video. This is just a kind of overview of it. Quickly, just an unboxing essentially. But I'll do another video where we can go over the features and different things with it. So a lot of options here. Go to the disk file browser. Yep, from there we can go down to the USB and see what's on the USB. We've got a number of things here, demos, games and things, which is good. Shall we go to a game? I don't have a joystick plugged in at the minute, so try a demo. Very easy to navigate actually. Let's try Bad Apple 64, so we'll go down to that. CD64 file, which is a disk. Run disk. I like that as well, it's got the disk drive sound on it as well. I know some people don't like that, but to me it's good for an indicator to let you know that something's actually in progress. A cool little animation demo there. We'll try something else now. Shall we try again? We'll just try a game actually. See what games we've got. Good options NTSC and PAL and just PAL games, so try one of them. Pretty cool they've included some games actually. It's good to get you up and running straight away. I think some of them are new games as well. Let's try that one. Again, it's a disk file. So you'll find with disk games, they don't load any quicker than they would normally from a standard machine, so you still get the same loading times as well. I know I've said it before in the video, but I do like the Starlight case illuminations on it. It does make it feel like more of an occasion when you're using it. The joys of loading games. There we are, that's us up and loaded now. Some of you may remember this game from back in the day. I'm not going to play it just now, I need to dig out the joystick and that. I just wanted really to unbox it and see everything was okay with it. But I want to do one more thing before I wrap up this video. Still have my trusty tape deck here, so what we're going to do is plug that in and see if we can load a game from a cassette. So I found this old cover tape from back in the day. I think we'll fire that up. Now it's really good they've kept all the standard ports that you would find in the original machine. It's great if you get old games and you do like to load them from tape, or you've got your old discs there you want to use, so you gain a lot by having the USBs in it, but you're also being able to use your own peripherals as well, which is great. And there we are, we've loaded a game from the cassette. So that's it, just a quick look at it today. I'll do another video where I'll deep dive into it, have a look maybe inside it, take it apart, see what else it can do. Look more into the files that came with it, and I've also got a USB stick that I had for my other machine, so I'll take some files out of that and use it with it as well. But I just wanted to have a quick look at it today and see what it was like essentially. But yeah, I'm very impressed with it so far. I like the kind of more polished menu screen on it and stuff like that. I like the fact it's now an official machine. I really like the Starlight edition. There is something that just kind of irks me a bit about it, and it's that button here. But whereas it's really functional with the fact that it gives you the menu and it doesn't actually turn the machine off. It'd be nice to have an on-off button on it rather than having to pull the cord out. Also, the quality control on it could be slightly better. I can see there's a bit of a gap there on the edge of the case. Very minor, but just something that would point out. Everything else seems really good on it. There's no other. The only other thing I could mention is they could have taken a little bit better care packing it. As you could see, the power adapter was just kind of thrown in. It wasn't even closed over properly. And that tearing the box here, that wasn't done in transit, I don't think. I think that was done beforehand. But overall, I'm really happy with it. I'm not going to pick anything else apart on it. There's nothing to pick apart on it. To be honest with you, I'm very impressed with it. The attention to detail is brilliant on it. Just all the wee touches, the Commodore bag, I mean just wee things like that, the stickers, the branded cables, the actual machine itself, very impressive. So that's just a quick look at it for the moment, and we'll be back soon with another kind of deep dive video on it. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Cheers, bye bye.